intro. We'll provide the story in the evening or the morning. Hear what it is I'm saying, though. If not, put up your radio. WKAS will show you we the best.
Welcome to the Cash Prep Show. Now we about to show you just how Cash Prep roll. Going hard with that Cash Prep flow. Plus we giving out information, that's the Cash Prep goal. With musical figures, telling you who hot and who not. From Stevie Wonder down the way to Tupac, or even Tito Puente and Yende. You know that I had to go and show that love to my gente. But back to the topic, Hot 97 and 105.1 don't mean nothing, we the hottest. Spitting flow with the knowledge, WKAS. Like for real, we might as well be at college. So go ahead and take a hit of the doses with Steve, Marcus, and that other dude Moses. Cash Prep, yo, we move ish, and I just showed you how to do it, so tune in.
When you need some info, listen to this intro. We'll provide the story in the evening or the morning. Hear what it is I'm saying, though. If not, put up your radio. WKAS will show you we the best.
Hello, welcome to another show of Ais Radio. I'm your host, Mathalis, and with me I have
Melissa
and Cynthia.
All right, so today I want to talk about the biggest controversy in hip-hop right now,
There's
which
a lot of.
happens to be Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim. They have both came out with diss songs, which were too explicit to play, at least here in school, because even the clean versions aren't so clean, because they let, the little words out. But I'm pretty sure everybody who's listening is pretty familiar with the songs. Lil' Kim's song, what is it? Black Friday?
Black Friday.
Black Friday, and then we have
Roman's Revenge.
Roman's Revenge by Nicki Minaj. I've only heard the Lil' Kim one a couple times, but it's been playing all weekend, but I keep changing it, because, I just think it's dumb. Their whole controversy is just crazy.
It's interesting.
But I know that something about that she says, because Nicki Minaj is coming out with a new album called Pink Friday. I don't know if you know that, Melissa.
Why
But yeah, she's coming out with a new one, Pink Friday, and I heard that Lil' Kim said I'm gonna turn Pink Friday
into Friday the 13th.
Yeah. What other? Because I know personally, because not that I'm not a Lil' Kim fan, but Lil' Kim is just so old school that I don't think the two compare. I don't think Lil' Kim and Nicki Minaj can compare in any way, because if you look at it, Nicki Minaj is like a Madonna of hip hop, because she has that one song that goes, oh, oh. Like, when have you ever heard Lil' Kim on a track like that? Like, how can you compare the two? Like, that's just, to me, that's not.
She's too girly. Lil' Kim is just too hood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Lil' Kim's hood. Like, she, even the way she dresses, like, Nicki Minaj and Lady Gaga have the same stylist. What does that tell you about Nicki? Like, she's more about the making money. Nicki Minaj,
she's a commercial artist.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Lil' Kim won't go and do anything from, like, she won't dress up like in this purple suit on in the VMAs, right?
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj had that like purple suit, and she was with Will.i.am.
Yeah.
Right? You will never see Lil' Kim wearing that. Lil' Kim just didn't show her boob one time at the VMAs throwback back in the days. But like, that was the only crazy thing she did, and it was like, it's not something that Nicki would do. I don't think it's something Nicki would do.
I think Nicki would just...
Nicki would wear, like, those pointy things like a Madonna.
She's more open to things.
So run by me a little bit of the lyrics to how she gets at Nicki.
Well, she's also going after Drake, saying they're not built for the game because they're just all commercial artists. They don't go that hard.
Whoa, she needs to relax, because Drake, to be honest, that's hating on Drake. I love Drake.
Drake goes back at her too at a concert.
Oh yeah, you told me about that. You actually told me about that.
Yeah, at the concert in 93.5, he calls out Nicki Minaj and says she's the baddest out there. Lil' Kim has nothing on her. The new song, Moment for Life, at the end of it, he says, me and you could get married, and anyone who wants to run with it could catch the bouquet who doesn't like it.
I saw them together at Summer Jam this past summer, and he's very supportive of Nicki, because them two are coming up artists
together.
Yeah, exactly. And I just think Lil' Kim's mad. Like, Lil' Kim's just mad.
She thinks she's the blueprint. That's what she says in the song.
Like, no, not at all. Not at all. She went to jail. Like, come on.
I didn't even know she came out, to be honest.
Yeah, she came out, but she went to jail. Like that's where she lost a lot of her fame, because then Nicki came out. Nicki was up, like, you know, like Underground Nicki, like one of her first few very songs, and then now we're in 2010 and Nicki's the talk of the radio show, I guess. So,
but Nicki Minaj doesn't even have that many songs by herself.
I know she's on mixtapes. Yep. She's all on mixtapes. She says that I made $1 million off a mixtape. And
it's true. She's the first person to do it.
Exactly.
She only has 2 songs out by herself, or 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See Through You.
Yeah. So let me see. What did she say to? What did Lil' Kim say to Nicki?
She also told her Queens ain't showing her no love. I was there last night popping bottles with thugs, showing her, because you know Nicki Minaj will not go up to Brooklyn for thinking she running things.
No.
Because she can't.
But you see, but Lil' Kim takes it to the streets. Like that's where Lil' Kim looks like she has no class, because that's taking it to the streets. They're on a professional level. Like her state of mind is still down here. Meanwhile, Nicki's up here getting the money and the fame, and just Lil' Kim's hating on it. Like, and that's where like there's no equal out. Like that's why Lil' Kim looks the way she does.
I think Nicki Minaj looked for it with the Roman's Revenge song.
Yeah, but I mean,
she did it on a slick way.
I mean, yeah. The only thing she really that I directly thought she was literally talking to Lil' Kim was when she said, got some people out here in Brooklyn that'll off your top. And Lil' Kim's from Brooklyn, so she's basically saying, I got people in Brooklyn that'll go get you, like, and that's her hood. Oh, wow. And then she said she has a mumbling, she has her crackling, and she also said how she's just mad because I took the spot, like that's but Lil' Kim is mad evidently if she's taking it to the streets, like, in a whole nother way. Like, where's her professional? That's what I don't like in Lil' Kim. Where's your professional level? Like, I don't know. I just think the whole controversy is crazy.
She calls her a clone.
What?
Lil' Kim calls her a clown version of her.
Not at all. I totally disagree. Not at all.
I think
we don't have any callers. Nobody's been calling. Nobody's showing love. I would expect a lot of people to have something to say, because it's all we've been talking about lately. At least me and my friends too. Like, especially last week and
Friday.
That's all you kept hearing. The interview in the beginning of her song, and then she's like, "Shut up!" Like,
you have to pick who you fighting with, but she picked it wrong.
I don't. To be honest, I don't see the two equivalent in any way. I don't see how Lil' Kim is even daring to compare herself.
Lil' Kim is the first Barbie, and now Nicki Minaj thinks she's a Barbie with her. Her first video that I saw of her was on Bedrock. She said she thinks she's a Barbie. I think Lil' Kim did the Barbie scene first.
She definitely. The thing I like about Lil' Kim is she's more realer. Like, makeup wise, she doesn't like do all that. Like jazz, like.
But they both have fake bodies, plastic surgery.
Yeah. Really?
Girls will have a cold.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Hello. Okay. Anyways, I knew Nicki's was everything is fake on Nicki? I thought Lil' Kim was more real.
Even her teeth are
fake.
She look
fake.
Who? Nicki. She had a gap before.
Really?
I saw a documentary on the TV with her.
Oh,
she went back to Trinidad and everybody in her family had gaps. And then she got it all changed.
Hello, my name is Dr. James Dorn, the principal of Cas Prep Alternative School.
And I'm Dr. Tom Colleen, assistant principal of Cas Prep.
Tom and I are principals of the most innovative alternative school in the state of New Jersey, one of Hudson County's premier programs for students. Yes.
Hey.
Hi, Rudy. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Mr.
Good.
Colleen? Good. I just wanted to tell you guys that this is definitely not going to work. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Why is that?
Well, I think that we as students know Cas Prep better.
You think you do?
I think you can do a better job. I think we know a little bit more about Cas Prep.
You think you could promote Cas Prep better than Mr. Colleen and I?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because we're really out there.
Okie doke. It's your job. Run with it.
Making dreams come true through studious years. 2 years cash prep will get you a career, from teachers to students, and dropping some knowledge from getting a diploma. Then go into college, keep going, keep flowing. Dreams closer than visions, a professional man. In life there's no switching, so please do your thing. Make sure you pass tests. It's Banks, get a West. Welcome to cash prep.
Success is the best step, something to prove. Keep your mind focused on your goal and do what you do. Strive for excellence and work hard to get your way through. Pursue your dreams and don't stop till they come true. It takes more than intelligence and integrity. It takes intensity and dignity to get to your destiny. I have a strong identity which shows the success of me, and I won't stop till victory proves nothing but the best of me.
Hold it. Listen.
The goal of the Knowledge and Advanced Skills Prep program is to provide educational and support services to non-traditional secondary school students in Hudson County. These students are referred from their traditional high school settings and selected for a more flexible environment at Hudson County Schools of Technology's North Hudson Center. The CAS Prep program utilizes a non-traditional proficiency-based curriculum. The curriculum is designed to fulfill the high school graduation requirements. This means that each pupil follows a program suited to his or her individual needs, interests, and abilities, based on specific instructional objectives and demonstrated results, rather than on time spent in the program. In addition, students will be provided with vocational, technical, and occupational competency training or advanced college-level courses. The overall aim of the program is to provide every student the opportunity to graduate from high school and to become a productive and successful member of society.
Why Veterans Day is important. Veterans Day is important to show our respect and appreciation for the servicemen and women who fought and are still fighting to keep our country safe and free. We here at CAS Prep just wanted to say thank you and that we admire the jobs that you do. Brian Smith, CAS Prep, 2011.
And we're back here.
Yeah.
So let's just leave it at this. Little Kim and Nicki Minaj, no comparison. There's so much more things that Nicki is into. She's so wide with what she chooses to make money on that there's just no comparison, because she's done songs with new people.
Guess who had a call? What?
Oh, we do?
Yeah. Hello?
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 Hey.
I have a question for Cynthia.
All right, go ahead.
Why are you talking about Little Kim and Nicki Minaj? Shouldn't we be talking about Lady Gaga? We should be talking about Lady Gaga. You think we should be talking about
We should not be talking about Lady Gaga. Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Well, now to our next topic. All right. I just did some research on Jay-Z. Wow, his figures are serious. Like, but one thing I did learn is he calls his empire Rockefeller, and there's this man named John D. Rockefeller. He was an entrepreneur in oil business, and the name Rockefeller generally is just associated with wealth, and like Jay-Z, I guess in his own way, took his empire and named it Rockefeller, which is spelled different because John D. Rockefeller spells his name Rockfeller, and to which Jay-Z spells Rockefeller Rockfella. It's more of a contemporary look, but it still has its meaning with the money.
Rick Ross did the same thing.
Yeah. You told me Ricky Ross.
Yeah, he got it off of someone who had street cred named Ricky Ross, but Rick Ross didn't, and made himself a celebrity through it. The guy was just famous on the street, but never famous out in public and with the media.
Okay.
So he never really got caught.
We have a call?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so John D. Rockefeller was basically this guy, and he was from New York, and he somehow built his whole
Empire.
What type of business did he got?
He was into the oil industry. And basically, he made his money off oil, and he did a very good job at it, and he was a very big entrepreneur, much like Jay-Z.
But who do you think has more money?
Yeah.
Realistically?
Yeah, now.
But, like, the equivalent of money is so obstructed from back then to now. Like, I think the equivalent of $1 back then to now is just so changed that I can't tell you because I'm not that smart. I'm just saying. But, something that I did find out about Jay-Z, some of them we knew, because I know about his thing with Knicks, but the figures are crazy. He is a part owner of the New Jersey Nets NBA team and paying a reported $4.5 million for his share. That's who has $4.5 million to invest?
No, I have some in the
in
car.
the Nets. Oh, sorry, big baller. He's interested in relocating the team to Brooklyn. In October of 2005, he was reported in English media as considering to buy a stake of Arsenal FC, an English soccer team. He's also invested in a real estate development called J Hotels, which recently acquired a $66 million mid-block parcel in Chelsea, New York. That's another $66 million on top of the $4.5 million. And then you think about just having your house, your this, your that. This man is fully loaded. Like, he is set for life. No wonder he, like, has retired and then he came back. He also has a gallery that's trying to be built. It's like about 12 stories. What else did they say about him? In January 2010, he was awarded a contract to operate a 4,500 slot machine casino at the Aqueduct racetrack. Jay-Z became interested in the project after New York Governor David Paterson, who awarded the contract, said there had to be an affirmative action component to the ownership. Jay-Z initially approached Stephen Wine, who was also bidding on the contract. On March 9, 2010, Jay-Z and Flake withdrew the project and Paterson recussed him for further involvement. But just all together, he has his own club. This man is doing it big in life right now. I mean, altogether, he's been in the game for a while, but he's just, I think he got it. Jay-Z got it. For me, Jay-Z, I think Drake is going to be the next.
That's what happens when you do Illuminati.
I think Jay-Z is going to be the next. I mean, Drake is going to be the next Jay-Z.
Why do you think that?
Because the way he flows and
I think
just
Lil Wayne is going to help.
No, Lil Wayne is horrible. He raps about anything. He's horrible. He's horrible. I think Lil Wayne... Wow. No, that was the worst analogy you used all day. Because that was the worst analogy.
How about the other one from yesterday?
Which one?
The analogy I used yesterday.
Chris Brown to Michael Jackson? No. One and all. Alright, well, the time's really running short here. So, I'm your host, Medalis.
I'm Melissa.
And I'm Cynthia.
And thank you for
Veterans Day. Veterans Day.
To some people, Veterans Day is not at all any importance. But for someone like myself who's had somebody taken away in war, this day is very important. The idea of dying or serving for your country is very brave and patriotic.
Veterans Day. This is the day when we give a round of applause to the soldiers who are fighting to protect our country and to the ones who made it home. Also, we would like to give respect to the ones who fought their hearts out but couldn't be here on this day.
Veterans Day dates back to 1954 under President Eisenhower. Before that, it was called Armistice Day under Woodrow Wilson. Think about all the casualties we'd had from 1919, like World War I, to 2010, the current war we are fighting in Afghanistan. We fought some of the craziest wars altogether. This day goes out to all that have ever fought or have even lost their life for our country. God bless you. Medalis Ruiz, 2011, Casper.
Attention to all Cass Prep students. Cass Prep is having a canned food drive now through the holiday season. Your participation is important because every item of non-perishable food goes to a family that really needs it. See your advisory teacher for more information.
Veterans Day. Veterans Day.
To some people, Veterans Day is not at all any importance. But for someone like myself who's had somebody taken away in war, this day is very important. The idea of dying or serving for your country is very brave and patriotic.
Veterans Day. This is the day when we give a round of applause to the soldiers who are fighting to protect our country and to the ones who made it home. Also, we would like to give respect to the ones who fought their hearts out but couldn't be here on this day.
Veterans Day dates back to 1954. Under President Eisenhower. Before that, it was called Armistice Day under Woodrow Wilson. Think about all the casualties we'd had from 1919, like World War I, to 2010, the current war we are fighting in Afghanistan. We fought some of the craziest wars altogether. This day goes out to all that have ever fought or have even lost their life for our country. God bless you. Medalis Ruiz, 2011, Casper.
Hi, it's December 2nd, 2010, and I'm your host, Brian, and this is a special historical edition of Stat Track, and the number to call in is 201-854-8224 or 201-854-8199. And we're going to start you off with the World War II Winter Olympics history. World War II it significantly impacted the Olympics in many ways. Are you guys aware of some of the ways?
Not really, but like, I really know, like.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
Do you guys know how World War II impacted the Olympics? The Winter Olympics, specifically.
No, I really don't know that much on that.
The 1940 and the 1944 Olympic Games were actually canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Why? Why is that?
Because they took place in Japan, and it was a war area, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for people's safety. And then in 1944, it took place in Italy, another war zone, so they had to cancel the Olympics.
Yeah, they had the 1936 Berlin Olympics. Jesse Owens, he won 4 gold medals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hitler was sure he wanted to make like an impression that the Aryans were the superior race. But I mean, like in the end, they did win more medals than like the Americans. I think they won like 89 medals.
I heard that
Americans won like 56.
Hitler actually the whole Olympic team, the German Olympic team, was on steroids, if I'm not mistaken.
I haven't heard about that.
Yeah, there was rumors about that.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't heard about any of those urban legends.
Yeah, because like you said, he wanted to make the Aryan race the master race, so he wanted to prove it in the Olympics. The best way to prove it is to win.
Yeah,
I mean, like I kind of do believe some of that, cause you know Hitler, it was real.
They had a lot of top secret.
Yeah. They were big on experimentation with stuff. It was weird. They did some pretty messed up things to the Jewish.
Yeah.
I
read a little bit about that.
So I don't think that him feeding his athletes steroids would be considered too bizarre. Considered he's done.
All right. And the first Winter Olympics was actually held in 1924 in France.
Really?
Yeah.
So should we start on music?
Yeah, let's just take it to the music right now.
Alright, hello everyone, my name is Harold Bolino, and I'm going to talk about some tour dates. I haven't really seen much activity going on in December, but Passion Pit will be doing a show in Montclair, New Jersey on December 30th and the 31st at the Wilmot Theater. So they're a pretty big name right now. And Wu-Tang Clan will be performing at the Best Buy Theater in New York on December 29th. So that sounds like
that sounds interesting.
A very intense show.
It's gonna be exciting.
Oh yeah, definitely. That sounds like an awesome show.
Not that many shows in the winter, I guess, because the summer there's more outdoor shows.
No,
so.
yeah. Like people to get the holiday mood. I don't know.
Is there any new music coming out?
Actually, yeah. T.I. has a new album coming out on December 7th.
Oh.
The name of the album is No Mercy.
Oh, No Mercy. I like that.
There's 14 tracks, and there's a lot of artists featured on the album, like Kanye West, Kid Cudi, Chris Brown, Eminem, The Dream, Young Dro, Trey Songz, Pharrell, Drake, and Christina Aguilera. And there's some more that I didn't add on there, but
so that's a pretty big collaboration. Then.
Yeah. T.I. is
All right.
Do you know anything about him?
I was just gonna ask you, is he out of jail yet?
I have no clue. I haven't even been checking in on that. What was it? They found like ecstasy on him with his wife.
I'm not sure. I think it was something around the drugs and guns area, but I'm not specifically sure.
Yeah, it's crazy, and like he just did that MTV thing, saying he's trying to change. He even made some songs. He made an album about how he changed and how he's a different man, and then he gets arrested.
It just seems that he can't get away from it. Like, you know?
Oh no, that's very hypocritical. And former Michael Jackson choreographer Kenny Ortega is talking about making a movie version of Thriller.
Oh wow. Oh, that's interesting.
That is very interesting.
Would you guys go to see that?
Yeah,
I think I would too. I think that would be a good.
I mean, I love Thriller. Like the music video was great.
Me too.
I mean, it's MJ, man. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. And you guys know who Michael Cera is?
He
done a movie like Superbad.
He was in Juno.
He was in Juno.
Yep.
He was one of the main characters in Juno. Arrested Development. When he was in Revolvo, he's playing bass for some band. Apparently, they're called Mr. Heavenly. They're like a super group. Like some dude, Nick Thorburn. He's in Man, Honus, and Islands. And I don't know if you heard of Modest Mouse.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
You know, they have that song. But well.
We're gonna take it to a commercial break. We'll be back with sports right after this.
Veterans Day.
To some people, Veterans Day is not at all any importance. But for someone like myself who's had somebody taken away in war, this day is very important. The idea of dying or serving for your country is very brave and patriotic.
Veterans Day. This is the day when we give a round of applause to the soldiers who are fighting to protect our country and to the ones who made it home. Also, we would like to give respect to the ones who fought their hearts out but couldn't be here on this day.
Veterans Day dates back to 1954 under President Eisenhower. Before that, it was called Armistice Day under Woodrow Wilson. Think about all the casualties we'd had from 1919, like World War I, to 2010, the current war we are fighting in Afghanistan. We fought some of the craziest wars altogether. This day goes out to all that have ever fought or have even lost their life for our country. God bless you. Medalis Ruiz, 2011, Casper.
I'm your host Brian. I'm back, and this is Stat Track. It's still December 12th, 2010. The number to call in yet again is 201-854-8224 and 201-854-8199. And we're gonna take it right to the NBA because we have some big scores from last night.
Alright, so starting off with, first of all,
sports.
The Clippers and the Spurs. How about that, man? The young Clippers had the worst record
in the NBA.
And the Spurs had the best record so far, and they lose to the Clippers.
Yeah, but Clippers is a young team. Maybe the Spurs, maybe it's showing their age a little bit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
And the Rockets. Matter of fact, let's go to the Rockets.
Yeah, that was a big game.
Yeah, they have they stopped the Lakers from the 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, that's the Lakers' first 4-game losing streak
Yeah.
under Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson's never had a 4-game losing streak before.
Yeah, that's something you never hear about, really.
Yeah.
What else? Matter of fact, let's just go straight to the Heat and the Cavaliers.
Yeah.
The return
How
of the
about
king.
that? LeBron James is making his comeback to Cleveland, his first home game, well, his away game now, back in Cleveland. It used to be
Yeah.
his home. He was born there, he played high school basketball there, got drafted by the Cavaliers. How do you think that the fans are going to respond to that?
Not too pleasant.
Yeah, I heard they have a lot of extra security around the Heat bench. Yeah, the Heat bench, and the area to walk into the locker room.
Yeah.
They have plain clothes.
But I mean, does it really get that serious, or he needs
he knows it's coming though.
It's a precaution, is what it is, because they just want to make sure that he's gonna be safe. They don't want anything like that to happen to him.
Oh man.
But the only thing I want to know is just I want to see is just how he reacts to it.
Yeah.
Cause LeBron James, he's kind of known for getting a little emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know. It's gonna be good to see.
ESPN has a reporter, Chris Broussard, who's from the Cleveland area, right? And he actually came up with I think is a pretty good suggestion, because you know how there's gonna be a lot of boos, right?
Yeah.
He said that if the Cavaliers fans cheer him, they'll actually put a hole in his soul more than if they would to boo him. And I believe that, it'll show him what he lost. It'll show him what he lost at home,
I mean, that just goes to show you how loyal he was. He really was.
Yeah, he really was, but he wanted to win the championship, and it really didn't look like it was gonna happen.
And it's not look like it's gonna happen anytime soon. The way the Heats are playing right now.
Not at all.
He really wanted that ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, is that it for the NBA?
Yeah, I guess that's about it right now.
All right, so I guess we're gonna talk about the NFL right now. The first game is the Patriots. They put a beating on the Lions, 45-24. But we all knew that was gonna happen. The Saints,
at first, the first half, it wasn't looking too good for them.
Yeah, it was a close game.
Yeah, it was 26 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I was doubting them in that game.
Yeah, they came back. They pulled it together.
Yeah.
The Saints beat the Cowboys 30-27, but the Cowboys almost came back in that game.
Oh yeah, that was a tough game. That was
a pretty close game.
Yeah.
The Jets beat the Bengals 26-10.
Oh yeah, that was good. The new rivalry now. That's like a new rivalry from what happened last year in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So, they just held it together and they just came through and took it over.
Mm-hmm.
And what about the Chargers and the Colts?
Oh, Chargers and Colts. That was a big game. Peyton Manning threw 4 interceptions and had 2 of them returned for touchdowns.
Wow.
When do you ever hear about that?
It happens a lot though. If you watch them, the Colts always seem to fold under Chargers.
Yeah, they always do. I don't know. Maybe it's the way they play defense or the defensive coordinator.
and you can't. It's not a surprise because the Chargers are -- 1 offense and #1 defense.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, the Falcons beat the Packers 20-17 by a game-winning field goal.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy game. The Falcons, Matt Ryan, their starting quarterback, is 19-1 at home for his career.
Yeah, 6-0,
holding
6-0 home. Yeah,
he's holding it down over there.
Oh, these games got pretty close, man.
Yeah, it was a pretty tight game. Here's another tight game. The Steelers beat the Bills 19-16 in overtime. But get this, the Bills had a chance to win in overtime. The QB Ryan Fitzpatrick throws up a bomb to a wide open receiver. I'm not sure what his name was. He drops the ball. If he would have caught it, I guarantee you I would have known his name. Just put it that way. All right, the Browns beat the Panthers 24-23. It's another close game.
Yeah, these
Payne Hillis, you gotta watch for that man. But that's somebody to watch right there.
Yeah, he's good and he's young. He's gonna be around for a while. The Giants made a comeback versus the Jaguars, 24-20.
That was pretty good. Giants.
Mm-hmm. They got a couple of holes, but they might be able to pull it together just in time for the postseason.
Hopefully. All
right, here's the team that can't pull it together for the postseason. The Vikings beat the Redskins 17-13. At least somebody got to win, right?
Yeah.
All right. this is a big one. The Texans beat the Titans 20-0, but we have a bigger story in that game.
Oh yeah, with what's his name?
Andrew Johnson. Yeah, Andre Johnson and Cortland Finnegan. They went at it on the field. They had a little bit of a scrimmage. You know, they had a fight. Nobody got suspended though. Just both players got fined $25,000.
Wait, they were just like, it was like a fist fight?
A fist fight.
Yeah.
They threw off each other's helmets and everything. A brawl.
Why?
Because the one player was getting under the other player's skin for it. What was reported is like a yearly thing. Every time they play, they always get it under each other's skin. Like last year, Andre Johnson was fined for pushing him to the ground or something.
Oh, all right.
And this year they actually fought. They fought it out.
Yeah.
Chiefs beat the Seahawks 42-24. I don't know, guys. I think the Chiefs are for real. They're young,
Chiefs?
but I think they're for real, man.
Yeah, I mean they do have a real, like a potent team, like, you know, like a real, like all around
offense and defense. You know, they got the new coordinators, Charlie Weiss and Romeo Cornell. They're doing good. The Bears beat the Eagles 31-26. So I don't know. Michael Vick threw his first interception of the season finally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Bears, they kind of for real too.
Yeah, I think they might be for real, but I'm not sure that they could get through the playoffs.
What about the 49ers and the Cardinals?
Oh wow, how about that? Two young teams going at it. I mean, none of those teams are really standouts, but I didn't think it would be a blowout like that. You know?
Nah, I mean the Cardinals, they just fell off ever since Warner left. So
yeah,
they really have nothing there except
it's tough. It's tough to come back from losing a Hall of Fame QB.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Hall of Fame quarterbacks, what about Sam Bradford? Do you think he's a future Hall of Famer?
Sam Bradford, he's on the road.
The Rams beat the Broncos 36-33.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. The Rams got 5 wins this year now. How about that? 5 wins for the Rams.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
The Ravens beat the Buccaneers 17-10. Buccaneers, I think they got it.
Yeah,
they're a young team, but I think they're on the rise.
I mean, the Ravens is just too much. Like, you know, this is a veteran team.
They have a strong defense and an explosive offense, but the Buccaneers, they still hung in there with them, you know?
Yeah.
You got to give them respect for that. The Dolphins put a spanking on the Raiders, 33-17. Any comments on that?
I'm not really a fan of those teams, so I don't really care.
Honesty. This show is all about honesty.
But so for the game of the weeks, it's gonna be an action-packed
week next week, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be an action-packed week of finishes with the Ravens and Steelers Sunday, 8 o'clock.
Oh, hello. I think we have a caller.
Yes, you do.
All right. You have a question?
Yeah, I'm glad you spoke about that quarterback. I was wondering what you thought of the chances for the St. Louis Rams this year.
I think that their chances to do something this year are kind of slim, but I think next year they have a chance of making the playoffs.
Well, we're hoping they'll do a lot better this year. Thanks, guys. You're doing a good job.
All right, no problem. Thank you. All right. So yeah, how about those games next week? I believe we have a big Monday night game.
Games to watch, rivalry games.
Yeah.
With the Ravens and the Steelers. The tiebreaker right there. These are 2 tiebreakers. Ravens and Steelers, Jets and Patriots.
Yeah, both of those divisions could be decided on that day.
That's something you can't miss. Like
the Jets and Patriots. That's a Monday night game next week, right?
Yeah.
That should be a very good game. Who do you think's gonna win?
Tell you the truth, I think the Patriots.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots. I like the Jets. I like the Jets. Can't hate on them, but I'm going for the Patriots.
I think that Rex Ryan is gonna coach them up. I think they're gonna come out with ferocity. And they're gonna put it to the Patriots personally.
Yeah.
But how about Ravens Steelers?
Ravens Steelers. Oh, you know I gotta go for my Ravens.
I know you're a Ravens fan, but
off the rip, I gotta go for the Ravens.
All right. What about you?
Steelers.
Steelers?
I'm gonna say Steelers.
Black and yellow. Black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
That'll take us to our MVPs of the week. Jay Cutler of the Bears throws 4 touchdowns as the Bears get a key win over the Eagles. And rookie Sam Bradford throws for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns as he wills the Rams to victory over the Broncos. And that'll just about wrap it up for this week. This was Stat Track. I'm Brian. I'm here with Abraham and Harry. And have a good week. We'll be on next week at 4:20. Attention to all Cast Prep students. Cast Prep is having a canned food drive now through the holiday season. Your participation is important because every item of non-perishable food goes to a family that really needs it. See your advisory teacher for more information.
Veterans Day. Veterans Day.
To some people, Veterans Day is not at all any importance. But for someone like myself who's had somebody taken away in war, this day is very important. The idea of dying or serving for your country is very brave and patriotic.
Veterans Day. This is the day when we give a round of applause to the soldiers who are fighting to protect our country and to the ones who made it home. Also, we would like to give respect to the ones who fought their hearts out but couldn't be here on this day.
Veterans Day dates back to 1954. Under President Eisenhower. Before that, it was called Armistice Day under Woodrow Wilson. Think about all the casualties we'd had from 1919, like World War I, to 2010, the current war we are fighting in Afghanistan. We fought some of the craziest wars altogether. This day goes out to all that have ever fought or have even lost their life for our country. God bless you. Medallas Ruiz, 2011, Cast Prep.
Attention to all Cast Prep students. Cast Prep is having a canned food drive now through the holiday season. Your participation is important because every item of non-perishable food goes to a family that really needs it. See your advisory teacher for more information.
Alright, this is Ais Radio. I'm your host, Eric. Today is December 2nd. I'm here with Jose and Tony for the news. Tony, you got anything?
Yeah, well, the news I got about, it's, how old was the man? 52 or 62?
62 years old.
62-year-old North Bergen man. He was accused of stalking these two young females of the athletes. Well, they was female athletes.
Wow.
You know what I meant.
How old was the dude?
62.
Oh, my bad.
Jose, what you...
Yeah, the North Bergen Raleigh Regional High School at Old Tamar. After he took at least 1,400 photographs of them and other teenagers at high school.
How many pictures?
1,000 what?
1,400 photos.
What?
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of. How much? What kind of camera he got?
Let's beat. No, let's beat.
My boy.
Keep talking about it.
Jose, you gonna fit?
According to the officials, he
Joseph. I think it was his nigga's name, Joseph.
Yeah,
I said I think his name was Joseph.
Oh, his name.
He targeted 2 students and he paid to enter the sporting events, including the girls' soccer, tennis, volleyball, track, and field matches, and boys' high school football games.
He would go to the boys' football games because the girls, like the cheerleaders, they'll be there cheering on their boyfriend with their name on their face. Like,
number, yeah.
That guy was, and it was in North Bergen. That's pretty close.
Pretty desperate. I mean, desperate.
That is pretty.
Dang,
desperate.
North Bergen's right here. Just imagine if someone was doing that here.
Yeah. Well, that's it with that story, or you got?
He had 2. He's charged with 2 counts of stalking. He posted his bail on $5,000, and that's basically it about it.
Last Wednesday, right?
Huh?
Last Wednesday at and was released from Bergen County Jail.
Yeah.
Oh, you read about that too?
Yeah, I heard about that. I know what you're talking about.
I did hear another story though about some Jersey City dude.
Who got shot?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that one. Tell us about that one.
At night, drinking.
Yeah, that one. I heard about it, but I don't like. Eric, you want to hook us up?
He was drinking in Hoboken in 2006, I believe. He was serving a 5-year prison term, and then he escaped Thanksgiving Day.
Wow, how you escape from prison Thanksgiving Day?
I guess he was pretty hungry.
He wanted some of that stuff, and that's why I feel you though. Yeah, bro.
Told you.
What you mean told you? Didn't you say you had something about that?
Yeah.
Was it?
His name was Angelo J. Miranda, 29 of Thorn Street.
Miranda, I think.
Miranda, yeah, that's pretty good.
Wait, Miranda.
You know this, right?
I don't
If
like
you know it,
all of it. No,
might
I
as
don't
well
remember,
say it.
I don't remember all of it. But go ahead.
He was 29 of Thorn Street at Columbia Ave, and he pleaded guilty on July 13th, 2007 to the reckless manslaughter of Gerald Squatsworth.
Yes, Squarts. Something like, yeah.
Fart. 31 of Hohokus. It was on November 30th, 2007.
I think I did hear about something about Miranda, like he was transferred from prison faculty or facility in Newark Halfway House on November 17th, and then he went missing on November 25th.
That's crazy.
That is.
You got anything?
Nah, I don't know anything else about it.
Then I remember something about, after that night of touring Hoboken's bars on September 6th, the bars, where you drink at.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
On September 6th, 2006, the pair went to Miranda's. They went to his house, and then where the drinking continued with the bar and cognac, the Fazio said at the time. The Fazio, you...
Give out the number, Jose.
Oh, well, our line is 201-854-8224.
Gee, nice.
Line 2, T-Money Bag, 201-854-8199. Hit us up or something.
How about y'all, give us a call, like we waiting?
I got another story to add to this, yes.
That's my man.
A suspect.
Jay Nice. Oh, Jose.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Ais Radio. A suspended New Jersey City University officer manager and her husband were indicted yesterday on charges they stole approximately.
Wasn't it like
85,000.
I was off by 5.
And student fund.
So they was stealing from the students.
This is the crazy part.
That's the crazy. How do you steal from the students?
We're in a recession and they're over here stealing from students.
From the students?
Nah, they needed money.
It's over. You can't do that.
That is just alright.
It's just not. It's not.
Over the Wu-Tang, and I feel you over there doing the Wu-Tang, but this ain't dancing though. That finished.
So they're being charged with 2nd-degree forgery and a 3rd-degree crime. And
what was the point of them stealing that?
They needed money.
True.
So they're gonna be they're facing maximum sentence of 35 years in prison and the $465,000 fine. They added a little bit. No, they took a little bit off of it. So the money was returned though. So that's the good thing.
I don't know how they getting that money.
A little reckless.
But stay in prison for 35 years.
But whatever happened to the other story? With Miranda, whatever his name was. Like we ain't never get to finish talking about that.
Oh yeah. You're right. I heard from a boy.
The people like
Yeah, around 3 a.m. One of the lookouts took out a 2.25 caliber handgun that had led to a struggle over the weapon. Del Franzo said at the time.
The Fazio. He is the reporter.
Yes, the Jersey Journal.
That my man. You read the Jersey Journal, don't you?
The gun went off with one shot hitting. What was the name?
Squarts
in the center of his chest.
Like in the middle,
the center cavity.
That's your health. It's in the cap. Oh, yeah.
I see you brushing up on your studies.
You got something about this, Tom?
Yeah, well, I heard the relatives of Miranda, who also lived in a home called Jersey City Police, after the shooting. And then the autopsy performed at the State Regional Medical Examiner's Office in Newark. They confirmed the single gunshot wound was the cause of Swartz's death. That's what the prospector said.
Well, that's the end of our show, so hope you enjoyed it.
We out. We'll see you next week.
That is Corinne.
Peace out. Have a nice day.
IE double.
IE squared. J Nice, man. We out.
T-Money Bags. Veterans Day.
To some people, Veterans Day is not at all any importance, but for someone like myself who's had somebody taken away in war, this day is very important. The idea of dying or serving for your country is very brave and patriotic.
Veterans Day. This is the day when we give a round of applause to the soldiers who are fighting to protect our country and to the ones who made it home. Also, we would like to give respect to the ones who fought their hearts out but couldn't be here on this day.
Veterans Day dates back to 1954 under President Eisenhower. Before that, it was called Armistice Day under Woodrow Wilson. Think about all the casualties we'd had from 1919, like World War I, to 2010, the current war we are fighting in Afghanistan. We fought some of the craziest wars altogether. This day goes out to all that have ever fought or have even lost their life for our country. God bless you. Medalis Ruiz, 2011, Casper.
Attention to all Cass Prep students. Cass Prep is having a canned food drive now through the holiday season. Your participation is important because every item of non-perishable food goes to a family that really needs it. See your advisory teacher for more information.
So we back. Tony, finish up the story that you was telling us.
Well, we're back here with the host Eric and my man.
You won't be the host now?
I'm just, because
we're back here with Eric, Jose, and Tony.
All right, well,
on Ais Radio.
All right, well, back to our radio.
December 2nd.
All right, back to our radio. Back to our story about Miranda. Yeah, well, Miranda, he was already a felon at the time of the homicide. After his arrest, he posted at $150,000 bail bond, and he was free until his sentencing. You know the S's can't really date. And then he was to serve more than 4 hours of his sentence before becoming eligible for parole.
I have one question. What goes into the heads of people that do this stuff?
Can you explain more? What you mean?
Sorry.
I think I know what you mean. I really think nothing goes through their head when they're going through this stuff.
So you tell me they just walk out, I had nothing in my head, let me just shoot him in the middle of the chest for no reason.
Well, he probably had a reason, or I don't know, it's probably intentional, but
he just needs some therapy. But Tony, I overheard you and Jose talking about the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
Segregation.
On our break, you're right, segregation. What does segregation mean? It's like a separation between race, the class, the ethnic group, like black and white people,
like back in the days.
Like when the blacks drink on this water fountain, the whites got this water fountain, the blacks got this bathroom, the whites got this bathroom.
And it always said colored.
It always said colored and then white. Yeah, Eric,
I'm saying I don't even know why would they do that, but people they were racist back then. And discrimination too.
Some places it is still racist though.
Yeah, some places
like southward, they still got the Confederate flag and stuff like that.
But discrimination.
Intelligent.
Oh, big words, my man. You on fire today, Eric. Yeah.
Nah, but I remember a story in Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas. They had.
That's where Bow Wow from.
That's nice. That's nice about Bow Wow. But nah, there was in 1957, there was 9 black students or African Americans.
Well, that's what they say. Black, like black. Oh. African American is better.
They wanted to go to Central High School in Little Rock, but the principal of the school wouldn't let them because they were white. So it was unfair to them. And then the president of that time, Eisenhower.
I remember him.
You remember him?
Yeah. From history with our teacher, Mr. Richardson.
Alright, stop cutting me off.
My man.
Mr. Richardson. Shout outs to Mr. Richardson. He told the Supreme Court to make a law, to let the 9 black kids go to that school. So he sent 1,000 soldiers to Little Rock just to protect those 9 African Americans.
Wow.
It's pretty crazy.
To go to school.
Yeah, that's kind of deep. You
And
gotta
also-
do all that just for them to get into that school.
That's a lot. 1,000? Just 100 just.
That's not. It ain't
Got your
100.
back.
It's 1,000.
We got your back.
I know. Stand behind me. I got you.
But on September 25th, 1957, black students entered the high school for the first time. For the entire school year, the African students needed guards. For the entire school year.
That's crazy. Every
day, just wake up.
Every year.
They knocking
every day.
Every day.
But think of it. Every
Come on, man.
period you had to get transported to class.
By security.
And you have to walk
soldiers,
with fear.
I mean.
You
By
have
the
to walk with
soldiers.
fear.
So they be
I
like,
wouldn't walk with fear if 1,000 soldiers surrounded me.
I got one in every square inch. Yo, what's good?
Pass me that pop top, my man.
I'm a little thirsty. You can get me a juice?
Yeah.
Alright,
Juice
let's get
box?
back to the subject.
Yeah.
But then when they had to use the bathroom, I wondered, would the soldiers go in?
Nah, the soldiers, they probably just like staying out at the door, make sure like
Alright,
like
you guys,
no conflict is inside.
You
and
guys
stuff.
heard of Henry David Thoreau? His classic essay "Civil Disobedience" inspired Martin Luther King and many other activists to follow their dreams. Speaking about dreams, Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech that
I have a dream
that inspired a lot of
You
people.
know somebody else that inspired Martin Luther King? Rosa Parks. You
Oh,
remember
yeah.
when she
She
got
didn't wanna
arrested
give up
for
her
going on
seat?
the
Yeah,
back of
she
the
didn't want
bus?
to give up her seat. That's what I'm
December
talking about.
1955.
Yeah, it was
In Montgomery, Alabama.
Yeah, but in the 1960s, civil disobedience or disobeying unfair laws became a weapon against segregation.
Civil disobedience. That's what the Henry David got,
Yeah.
right?
And you said 1960s, right?
Yeah,
That's when
1960s.
JFK was elected, and he said he was gonna help out the African Americans. I think he did too.
I think he did.
But then
I'm not sure.
he got assassinated.
Yeah, he got assassinated in
Very
office.
terrible thing.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my man.
But you remember when Dr. King led the protest?
Oh yeah.
Led the march? April 1960.
They got a movie on that.
And that's when everyone actually united to hear the speech, but some people just took it the wrong way, and I guess things happen.
Yeah. So host.
Oh yeah, and 1962, James Meredith, an African American, ended segregation at the University of Mississippi, which was really a strong thing to do. And to see it in our history books, it resembles such a strong thing.
He is on fire
Yo,
today, people. Our viewers, this is Jose.
You
He
sure
on
you
fire
don't want to be
today.
the host today? Next week?
Next
You
week.
sure?
Next week,
you
watch
the
out for
host.
Jose, man.
You
He
gonna
the
be the
host. Jose, Jose, I'm thinking he been on fire today. My boy Eric, what you?
Man, I'm a little cool, you know what I'm saying? But, Tony, tell me how you would feel if it was still going on, segregation.
I think I'd be upset. Probably against like a lot of fights. Cause like if I'm walking out in the hall, some big would just put him like, get out the way, little black boy. I'm like, oh, that's how you feel? How about you drop your books? Let's get right here. I want wreck.
Get right.
You feel
Get
me?
right? What? Explain this get right.
All right. I'll explain. Even though this, get right means I want physical action with the hands.
Oh, with the hands. I was about to
Where
say.
this word originated from?
Well,
the quote unquote
back
hood.
to our history now.
Yeah.
So, host.
How do you feel about it? You still haven't finished.
I think I'd be like real upset. Like,
But you wouldn't.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to see the white person, so because you'd be in an all black school. But let's say you ran into him on the streets.
Or let's say if I was one of those 9 kids in Little Rock, Arkansas. Was it Arkansas?
Yeah, I
it
think
was Little Rock. It was the
Little Rock.
The LR, Arkansas. Say if I was one of them, I got soldiers around me, so I ain't scared. Telling people to come for me. But
how would you feel, Jose?
I think I don't know. It'll be pretty bad because you'll feel unwanted and everything. How would you feel, Eric?
Me, how would I feel? I'll be feeling. Tony, what's so funny?
Nothing of that.
Go, Eric. Just
how would I feel? I would feel messed up because people picking on me because of my skin color. What's so funny, Tony?
Bro,
my fault.
Just shine your intelligence on us.
Oh, thank you.
Shine your intelligence.
Nah, I just feel like nobody liked me because of the color of my skin.
Alright, so
that's deep though. Like, if you really think about somebody don't like you just because like you white or black, or Spanish, Mexican, whatever.
It really is.
It's
How would you feel about this,
I think I just went through this, but we're
I
running
didn't
out of
hear
time.
you. Why don't you just repeat
We're
this?
running out
That's
of
like
time,
somebody
so-
saying, I don't like the way you tie your shoes. Tie them correctly.
I don't like the
color
way
of
you're
your shirt.
looking at me.
I don't like how your Hollister shirt is too small.
I don't got a Hollister shirt.
I was just,
Oh, examples, my bad.
examples. I was just, Well, anybody want to give out the number?
Yeah, line 1 is 201-854-8224. Hit us up,
But we about to be done.
All right, we're just out. We're out.
See us
Bye.
next week.
Attention to all Cass Prep students. Cass Prep is having a canned food drive now through the holiday season. Your participation is important because every item of non-perishable food goes to a family that really needs it. See your advisory teacher for more information.